Welcome to Severely Cinematic. Today we're going to go over a small haul from the archive in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and Vinegar Syndrome. Let's do it. Again, like I said, if you find yourself in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and you're into physical media, Blu-rays, 4Ks, DVDs, laser discs, music, you got to check out the archive. Vinegar Syndrome store. I could have easily done a couple 8-hour shifts in there. As it was, I went back a few times, and actually the first time I kept it conservative, knowing I was going to go back probably. And then I was surprised to find out they were having a 25% off Blu-ray sale. So I ended up with a lot of Blu-rays. I think one 4K. But so when I found that out, it changed my shopping, and you'll see what I added because with the discount they already have great prices on used stuff. They've got all Vinegar Syndrome new releases and all the boutique label releases in there. It's overwhelming. Like I said, easily done a couple 8-hour shifts in there. Just incredible. And I think they do have an eBay store. And I received an email the other day that Vinegar Syndrome's building a bigger facility where maybe they'll end up moving that retail location. But why it's there, if you find yourself in Connecticut, it's awesome. I mean, I've been to other stores that sold, boutique stuff, but this was just like, I couldn't even get out of the new release room. And there were multiple rooms. I mean, I walked slightly through other rooms, but the new release room with some used Blu-rays in there, I couldn't even get out of that room. It was just overwhelming and awesome. But anyway, so I ended up with a lot of Severin films, actually. And then, like I said, one 4K. We'll just go by these quickly, and we will go into some reviews further in other videos. But this first one is a Severin film, and I know they have it out on 4K now, and I've had it in my cart many times. But the price, you got to pay up for the new 4K of this one. It's Christopher Lee and Jess Franco's Dracula, which is a Severin Blu-ray release. Probably several years ago this came out, but this was very cheap on Blu-ray. I wanted a copy of this movie, and I figured this was a good way to start. I did want this. Again, the 4K is out on Severin, but the Blu-ray was a good way to start. I was glad to have a copy of this. And what's cool about this one is the other thing that they had out on Blu-ray for Severin is it's basically a documentary or behind the scenes Portobello shot while they were shooting this movie is Vampire Kudakuk. So it's like a behind the scenes expressionist type film that's 75 minutes, I believe, right? Yeah. And you can buy that on Blu-ray through Severin, but it's included in this. So, well, you probably can't see that, but anyway, this was a really good find. Blu-ray, it looks awesome. The scenery in the opening scenes of this is great. This is a really cool movie, and to have that Vampire Kudakuk, easy for me to say, by Portobello, made this a good find. So in Count Dracula, you had Klaus Kinski playing Renfield. And in the second Blu-ray find, you got Klaus Kinski playing Nosferatu in Nosferatu in Venice. And I had this one in my cart, different places, many times. It's something that I wanted to see. So I'm glad to have it on Blu-ray at a good price. Um, some of the it's got Klaus Kinski, and it says it went through 5 different directors, employed 5 different directors while they were making this. The soundtrack's also by Vangelis, who did Chariots of Fire. But what's cool with a lot of these films that I really like is the bonus material. That's what I love about the boutique um, restoration companies, because the bonus features are incredible and the artwork normally. On this one, the great thing is the bonus feature of the new feature-length documentary on Kinski's final years, which was a great watch. The movie's great. It's atmospheric. It's a fun movie, right? Nosferatu in Venice. But that bonus documentary in this was worth it to me. And it really is a great watch to see how difficult he was to work with other actors and directors. That's probably why they went through 5 on this one. But anyway, I'm glad to have a copy of this. He was a talented actor. Um, but it really goes through the final years, and people, share their experiences with what it was like to work with them. So that's number 2, Nosferatu in Venice. We got 3 more Blu-rays here that we'll run through real quick, and then I got the 4K and a couple sets that I want to show you real quick. This one is a Peter Cushing movie. It says it's the final horror film from Amicus, and it's a werewolf movie where you take a short intermission and try to guess who the werewolf is. So it's pretty interesting. Fun movie. The Beast Must Die. So that's another Severin title with Peter Cushing. Huge Peter Cushing fan, huge Amicus fan. So there you have that. All kinds of bonus features. And I love how Amicus and the Hammer films go back and forth with their bonus features, because they use a lot of the people back and forth with the 2 companies. And so a lot of times an Amicus film and a Hammer film will have a lot in common bonus wise. So I'm drawing a blank now on the ones I wanted to refer to, but you know what I mean. A lot of the same people worked on lighting and production, and even actors. So you'll see Amicus and Hammer go hand in hand, but that's a good one. Take the little intermission, try to guess who is the werewolf in The Werewolf Must Die with Peter Cushing. The next one was a great find. Barbara Steele, Queen of Horror, Nightmare Castle. It's a great find at the archive, and also it includes 2 bonus features, Castle of Blood and Terror Creatures from the Grave. So that's really great. Barbara Steele, who was in The Horrible Dr. Hitchcock and many other films. The Horrible Dr. Hitchcock, Vinegar Syndrome put out earlier this year. Really great box set. Has a book, and I don't know if you'd call it a box set, but it's a great set. But Barbara Steele's in that, and she's also in this. So that was a great find. 3 films on that one Blu-ray. That's Severin also. So I really hit Severin jackpot. And then this one was a great find too. Charlie Chaplin's Modern Times. This is a Criterion Collection movie. I've also got City Life and The Great Dictator. These Criterion films always look and sound great. Plenty of Blu-ray special edition features, and also the book. But yeah, the Criterion just always looks great. Sounds great. So Modern Times, Charlie Chaplin. So I was excited to find that. Hello, and remember, these Blu-rays were used, great condition, but the archive had a 25% sale on used stuff. This stuff is really great condition. Um, and so I'm happy to own these. I had the yellow Giallo set from Arrow. I'm always happy with all Arrow discs basically that I get, but these sets are great. This one looks phenomenal, no exception. The blue one, the 3 movies are all directed by Luciano Ercole. So this one, a lot of the sets have different directors, more obscure movies, but these are all by Luciano. Death Walks on High Heels, The Forbidden Photos of a Lady Above Suspicion, and then another Death Walks at Midnight. So it's a great set. I'm glad to have this one. The movies should be fun. We'll get back to you on that. But I know I enjoyed the yellow set. And then I got the black set there too. Used Blu-ray. The black Giallo set. This one has 3 different directors. The Killer Reserve 9 Seats is one that's always been on my radar, obviously, because if you order an Arrow film, that Killer Reserve 9 Seats was advertised all the time. So it made me interested. Smile Before Death, and The Weapon, The Hour, and The Motive. So 3 different directors here. And a good addition to the Giallo collection. Get in the mood for the Giallo. There you have. I don't know, a little risky. Put the cover back on that guy, but great artwork. And so there's 2 great Giallo sets. And the last one, let's see if is the 4K I was telling you about. Now, this one I've had in my cart many times from Vinegar Syndrome. It's the partner label, cinematography. Partner label, great packaging. I haven't even taken the card off yet, but it's a Jack Nicholson film. See if you can guess. If you keep your eye, you probably saw it already. But Going South. So that was on the Vinegar Syndrome site. I've had it in the cart just because it looked interesting. There's so many people in this movie. Christopher Lloyd, Danny DeVito, like Jack Nicholson, John Belushi. Yeah, so Ed Bagley Jr. So it's I think Jack Nicholson's second movie directing. I think let's see the year. The year it comes out, 1978. It came out. So this is a complete 4K restoration, cinematography, and comes with the 4K and Blu-ray, and then a great book, some great images. Thanks for joining me in this video. Taking a look at the archive hall. So if you find yourself in Bridgeport, Connecticut, stop by the archive. You will not be disappointed. If you're into this content and movies as much as I am, please consider subscribing for future episodes of Severely Cinematic. Thank you. See you next time.